Hey guys, Game Prime here. Today I just want to show you guys something that I was working on around this time last year that never got to see the light of day. You might have recalled me posting a lot of stuff on the channel about Game versus Game, a new series where I take two games or multiple games from a gaming series and show them off and determine what one's better, both by opinion or fact. This is an idea that I had last year, and the first episode was going to be on the Donkey Kong Country series. I like to say, 1/3 of the way through the first part of the first episode, and after a while I never went back and finished editing the rest of it, and I just scrapped the whole first episode in whole. So here's what I have done of part 1. Note that there are still things that I didn't add into the video, and it's unfinished. That's the point I'm trying to make. This is what was Game versus Game, Episode 1, now Episode 0, Donkey Kong Country Series, Part 1. Enjoy.
Game versus Game.
Donkey Kong Country, a series created in 1994 by the classic video game developers known at the time as Rareware. These timeless platformers are gems on the SNES and soon-to-be classics on modern-day systems such as the Wii and Wii U. There are 5 games in the main series with a countless amount of remakes and spin-offs. This series debuted on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, more commonly known as the SNES or SNES, and has spread to numerous other Nintendo consoles since then, such as the Game Boy, Color, and Advanced, and most recently, the Wii, Wii U, and 3DS. Alright, now that the background bullshit is over, let's get to the games. First off, we have the original classic, Donkey Kong Country. This game was released on November 21st, 1994 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It was the first Donkey Kong title that wasn't produced or directed by creator Shigeru Miyamoto. Instead, it was created by Tim Stamper, one half of the founders of Ultimate Play the Game, soon to be Rareware and now currently known as just Rare. The story behind Donkey Kong Country 1 is quite simple. On a stormy night on DK Island, Diddy Kong is told by Donkey Kong to guard his banana hoard for Diddy's heroes training until midnight when Donkey will take over. When watching for predators, he gets ambushed by a Crusher. Diddy gets trapped in a barrel, and the Kremling crew steals the banana hoard. The next morning, realizing he slept through his shift, DK wakes up only to find his grandfather Cranky Kong, who tells him about the Kremlings stealing the hoard. With his nephew Buddy Diddy and his banana hoard gone, DK sets off in the first of 5 country adventures. There aren't many characters in the game that are really important and vital to the story other than DK, Diddy, and the Kremlings. All other Kong family members help you along the way. Cranky Kong gives you advice and tips on what to do. Candy Kong is DK's girlfriend and she can save your progress. Once you get to other worlds, you can call upon Funky Kong to give you a flight to previous worlds you have visited. There are a plethora of level types in this game. Of course, expect to see the typical jungle levels, but you got caves, corals, walkways, mines, everything in the damn kitchen sink. But seriously, the level types in this game are freaking endless. Swimming levels are surprisingly pleasant while the best music track in the game plays in the background. Minecart levels are an interesting twist on the gameplay, and it adds some suspense to the game. In some levels, you will see rocket barrels. Some of these barrels are one-way, others are set directional, and others are universal, where they shoot you in any direction. travel around the levels quicker, some levels have animal buddies. You have Rambi the Rhino for on-ground levels, Engarde the Swordfish for water levels, Squawks the Parrot for when you're needing light in a dark room, Winky the Frog to reach heights, and finally Espresso the Ostrich. He's fast. You also have the boss battles in this game. Very Naughty, Master Neki, Queen Bee, you know, like the Lord song.
You can call me Queen Bee!
And then really naughty, because Very wasn't good enough, Dumb Drum, Master Neki Sr., and finally King K. Rool. Donkey and Diddy eventually go through Congo Jungle, Monkey Mines, Vine Valley, Gorilla Glacier, Creme Croc Industries, Incorporated, and the Chimp Caverns until they finally reach Gangplank Galleon, where they meet the final battle with King K. Rool. He starts off with throwing his crown at you and it comes back to him like a boomerang. At the time his head is exposed, so you have to jump on it. Rinse and repeat for a few times, then you'll realize he starts charging at you. He gets so pissed at one point, he freaking leaps to the other side of the ship with ease, and then big black cannonballs start shooting down at you. He'll combine the crown throwing, charging, and black cannonballs until you put the final blow on him. Then that's it. You're done with Donkey Kong Country 1. Oh cool, the credits are named after enemies of the Kremlings. The end? What? Oh wait. Oh no. Oh, he's alive. Oh, now he's fuming. He starts jumping around the freaking ship like a bunny until you put the real finishing blow on the son of a bitch. DK and Diddy defeat King K. Rool and get their banana horde back. If you beat the game 101%, meaning getting all the Kong letters spread out on the stages, getting to play all the bonus rooms, you get a new dialogue from Cranky and the warm feeling of success.
I'm feeling a warm spot.
This game has also been ported to the Game Boy Color in 2000 and the Game Boy Advance in 2003. There are a lot of minor differences between the graphics in each port and or demake, because demake is a downgraded version of a remake. There are, however, some cool little details in each game that I'll gladly go over right now. Although I'm just going to go through the ones that interested me the most because they are a shit ton of content that will make this video longer than it already should be. The Game Boy Color version was released in June of 1995. The main menu of this version is the 2D identical of Donkey Kong 64's, a successor to the Country series that I will not be covering, but I may decide to do a review on it since I enjoy writing about Donkey Kong so much. Only one character appears on screen at a time, and when you get an animal buddy, you turn into them instead of riding them. The Game Boy printer can be used to print scrapbook photos that you find in a level. A new level, Neki Nutmare, has been added to the Chimp Caverns world. A cool little detail they put in this version was that Rareware added difficulties to the game, something we will see in nearly every other Donkey Kong Country title on the retro consoles. One difficulty removes the DK barrels, and the other removes checkpoints. You have to replay the game on each difficulty to get the full 101%. Also, Candy Kong does not save your data anymore, as the game autosaves after each level. In June of 2003, Donkey Kong Country got ported to the Game Boy Advance. This could be counted as a complete version of the game. We start off with a brand new intro movie, which you guys saw already when we covered the original game a few minutes ago. It explains the main story better and shows the players what the game is actually about. There's a time attack mode, and little minor differences, like the enemies that come in more of a variety of different colors. Some of the boss battles are varied differently, and the game can be saved at any time, as well as summoning Funky at any time, starting from Monkey Mines. A few levels are placed differently on the map. A new difficulty similar to the Game Boy Color version has been added as Hero Mode is introduced, as you play as a yellow Diddy Kong where there are no checkpoint star barrels, or even DK to help you out. Sound effects from Donkey Kong 64 are also used. Thanks, Grant Kirkhope.
Okay.
Now, chronologically, I would go right into Donkey Kong Country 2, but instead we have a game that cuts right in between the two. Donkey Kong Land. Donkey Kong Land was released for the original Game Boy on June 26, 1995. Our story takes place after Donkey Kong Country 1 with Diddy and Donkey discussing their previous grand adventure with Cranky. Cranky admits their adventure was more successful than he would imagined, but then stating it was only because of the graphics of the game. DK and Diddy decide to prove Cranky wrong by going on an 8-bit adventure. Since Cranky somehow called K. Rool and had the Kremlings take the Banana Horde once again, the characters are the same from Donkey Kong Country 1 for the most part, but like Donkey Kong Country for the Game Boy Color, only one character appears on the screen at a time. You turn into animal buddies, but only Rambi and Espresso appear in this game for some reason. There are only 4 worlds in this game, and 2 of them are Monkey and Ape themed. Let's see, we start off in Gangplank Galleon Ahoy, which I'm pretty sure is Gangplank Galleon from Donkey Kong Country 1. We have some jungle levels, ice and snow levels, and ship levels. Damn, we're thrown right into the fun. Nothing says fun like dying 20 times 10 minutes into the game. We get introduced to Kremlantis, which is a semi-submerged island where many water levels are placed, and now the rest of the world are named after monkey and apes. We got Monkey Mountain, Chimpanzee Clouds, and finally, and get ready for this, Big Ape City. Nothing coincidental there. Bosses are also different in this game. Let's celebrate the one DK game that has the most creative names for bosses ever. First off, we have Wild Sting. No, Wild Stings. Wild Sting. The Stingray. Next, we have Giant Clam. Yes, that's actually its name. Nothing else. Then we have Hard Hat. Yep, that's his name. Hard Hat. And he's a mole. And then finally, and thankfully, we have K. Rool. Oh, okay, cool. Here we go. Final battle. Gonna defeat K. Rool and get my bananas back. Congratulations. That's it? I'm done? What? Okay, I'm done with this game. After Donkey and Diddy's last 2 adventures, you would think, like all good heroes, they need a vacation. Sometime after Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Land, DK, while relaxing on the beach, is kidnapped by the Kremlings. The Kong family finds a note signed by the man now going by as Captain K. Rool, which states DK is held hostage in exchange of the Kong Banana Horde. Not wanting to give up the horde he helped secure on the previous adventure and eager to prove himself as a true video game hero, Diddy volunteers to rescue DK and is quickly joined by his new girlfriend, Dixie Kong, who insisted on accompanying him on this journey. Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest was released on November 20th, 1995 for the Super Nintendo as a direct follow-up to the original Donkey Kong Country and later interquel, Donkey Kong Land. This game follows Diddy and his new girlfriend Dixie as they travel through Crocodile Isle to rescue the beloved Donkey Kong from Captain K. Rool. In this game, we take a more Caribbean look for the levels and worlds as you traverse levels going from a ship deck to lava to mines to the swamp, through brambles, hives, a haunted roller coaster ride, ice in a castle, the jungle, altar, and finally Captain K. Rool's gunship. Many new features are included in this game, such as team-up abilities between Diddy and Dixie. Dixie is a very unique character to the Donkey Kong universe. She has way more abilities than Diddy, including her famous helicopter hair. Characters from the previous outing return, such as Funky Kong to guide you across the worlds, and as well as new characters like Swanky Kong. He quizzes you about various obscure facts of the game. Wrinkly Kong, Cranky's wife, teaches the Kong College where players can save their game at a price, using the new currency system as DK coins, banana coins, and Krem coins are introduced. Kong letters also return from Donkey Kong Country 1. Monkey Museum is Cranky's newest advent, where he's giving cryptic advice on how to find secrets hidden within the levels. Clubus Kiosk is an area leading to the Lost World, a secret world you could go to after the main game. Animal buddies from the original game return, as well as a few new faces. Squawks now takes a more serious role in this game, as he can be released from a crate, like most animal buddies, and will carry the Kongs through the level until he disappears out of nowhere. In other levels, the Kongs can actually turn into Squawks. So that's all I had for Game vs. Game Episode 1, now Episode 0, which is now canceled. It was my first time trying to do something like this, and we all learn from our mistakes. So Game vs. Game Episode 1, the real Episode 1, is coming out soon. I'm not setting a release date because last time I did that, this happened. So the series will continue, hopefully, because I'd like to make it, and I like to see it come out and, better than what that turned out to be, because I was going through Donkey Kong Country. I was going through every game in the series. I was even doing the Donkey Kong Country cartoon, which, I don't have to speak for what that is. But, yeah, I wrote my heart out for that series. And unfortunately, it didn't make it way onto YouTube or anything. But, I mean, I really don't care. That's how things go. And, yeah, as I said, I still plan on doing the series. I still plan on releasing videos, but in a much more linear fashion than I made this. So expect that sometime, and as I said, I'm not dumb in putting a release window on it, but it's coming, and I hope you all look forward to it. See you guys soon.